this woman here, she wrote a column in some newspaper, about uh two women about men. And she said there was over 700,000 comments. And so, but the men got to saying in the comments what they didn't like about the women. And that's what she's going to be saying here. I'm going to go on and get started with it. So, here we go, y'all.
Men want to meet the real you. So the biggest thing I heard about over and over again was about shapewear. And as women, we're told wear shapewear. It enhances you. It makes you look better. You'll look 10 pounds lighter if it doesn't cut your circulation off first. But I'll tell you, men wrote time and again in those comments, they were not happy when they had dated a woman and it was time to get intimate and she showed up in bed with a totally different body than the one that was showing up on dates together. And that included also, they were not thrilled about having to get that shapewear off for you. Now, they felt like when you wore shapewear, it was like false advertising. And for you, because let's face it, shapewear is not comfortable. You actually want a man who's going to like you exactly how you are. And you can have that by always showing up as the real you, both online and.
Okay, that's not a mistake there. That's just where I stopped the video. I got some more parts I'm going to show you. But when he hit play, y'all know anything about it? I know the woman that wore one of them, whatever it is. But this woman here, she's something else now. And her channel ain't real popular now at all. But here we go, the next thing.
Is when you complain about the men in your life to a man on a first date. Sometimes women show up on the date and they complain about how bad the last date was, or they talk about how their ex did something stupid that day. And men don't like women showing up on a date and the first words coming out of their mouth involve some type of male bashing. You also come across as a drama queen when you're talking trash about other men. And if it's the second date that you want with a nice man, do yourself a favor and process your stories about your exes with your female friends, not with other men.
Hey, is the woman telling the truth, y'all? Hey, Miss Carol. There's more, y'all. I just put some breaks in it. Well, you see the video there. There's more. So, put my mic back in my ear.
Is be sure you're posting current pictures of yourself online. You want to post pictures that are less than a year old. And this is something I know men do this too. It should be obvious to both sexes to be posting current pictures. And I always tell my clients, at least have a picture of your face and a full length picture of your body. Because I will tell you, men think you're hiding something when you only post pictures of your faces. And the thing is women think, oh, if they get to know me, I have a really good personality. And if they meet me, they're going to think, hey, I'm really great. And they'll ignore whatever I'm not feeling good about myself in my body. And that's a great thought, but it doesn't work that way. When you post pictures that don't represent who you are today, you come across as a liar. And neither you nor a man has interest in dating someone who misrepresents themselves. So, an example of this is I knew a guy who had talked to a woman, even like I'm talking to you, they had been on Skype together and they talked for a good amount of time, and they really liked each other, and they went to meet. And yet when she got out of the car, he saw her get out of the car. And when she got out of the car, she was very, very overweight. And he ended up driving by her. He did not even park. And I thought this was really mean and told him. But he said to me, you know what? She misrepresented herself. She didn't tell me or show me in her pictures who she really was. And again, you want a man who's going to like you just how you are. So don't hide who you are. Embrace it.
Well, y'all, I knew a man that he went to the bar and he got real drunk at night. And he woke up with his arm around a woman the next morning. He said it was a tough decision trying to decide if he wanted to gnaw his arm off or wake her up and get his arm out from under her head. Jamie's over there snickering. Let's see what else they're going to say about that. Like everything she's saying, it can be men too, the pictures you see on Facebook and stuff. And y'all know better than anybody, They do that. That whatever it is where, the pictures younger and everything. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, Peter, hey, y'all. And another thing, y'all, let me remember what I was fit to say. So this is true, y'all. There was a woman that wanted to meet Stephen. And I actually told y'all about it. Oh, he didn't know nothing about it. She come and got a motel room in east of him and called him up. And I told y'all he didn't go. And I don't know how she was going to pull it off, y'all. But he said, the picture she was showing wasn't her. And the picture wasn't showing her face. And it wasn't dirty pictures. But it's like her laying out in the sun, but like sitting in a lounge chair and stuff. And, like somebody kind of behind her took the picture. He never seen her face. She gets on here sometimes too. All right. So if anybody's listening later, I'm having to put my microphone in my earphones. For some reason, this video won't play the sound like the way it normally does. But here's the next thing, y'all.
We are so often told that we look a lot younger because we're comparing ourselves to our grandparents who really did look old. And you don't want to try and pass yourself off as 50 something if you're in your 60s or a 60 something if you're in your 70s. Tell your real age because men are attracted to your picture. Men.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, that goes both ways. You don't want to go to meet somebody and they Frankenstein, or they put a picture of them on there, where they look 10 or 20 years younger. And y'all, I keep using these same pictures I got. That picture that you see on the screen, they probably both of them about 10 years old. But I mean, y'all know what I look like. But I just simply ain't got no pictures unless I go take some out of the drum videos. I ain't got no pictures, y'all. Here's the next thing.
I hate this. Don't make a man your pet project. Even though you may hate a man's lifestyle, most men are okay with their lifestyle. They're okay with themselves and the way they live. And I will tell you time and time again, men have said to me that it is the biggest turnoff when a woman comes in and starts telling him that he has to change something about himself to fit into her life. What you want to do is if you don't like a man for who he is, move on. Because if you take on a man and you try and change him, some men are open to that and they will like it in the beginning, but over time they will feel that you are controlling and suffocating, and you'll have changed him all right, but you'll have changed him for another woman. So the best thing to do is not to even start changing men. It really is like him or move on.
You reckon that's true there, y'all? I think there might be a little something to that. Oh, I've been trying to get Tammy to quit cussing and everything. And I can't do nothing with her, y'all. Here we go.
Watch how much you drink on a first date. Now, here's why. I'm the biggest fan of a good dirty martini, but I will tell you that pounding down one martini after another, even if you think you have the tolerance for it, it makes a man think you either have a drinking problem or he's a bad date. It also impairs your judgment.
It impairs your judgment. That's bull there. That's bull. For the simple reason, let the man to know if you got a drinking problem. He'll be here to tell. And I mean, he probably can tell with a little bit of, probably with a little bit of common sense, he can tell. He knows if you're knocking them drinks out, he can tell.